news items, among them the deteriorating situation with North Korea. All of a sudden, that country's leader has scrapped the armistice that suspended the Korean War. That's according to the North Korean news agency. It reports the dear leader, Kim Jong-un, has made good on his threat from last week, and the 1953 ceasefire is now null and void. The North Koreans also shut down a key hotline to South Korea, a phone that, well, the South rang and the North didn't answer. The latest moves as both North and South Korea flex their military muscle. North Korean troops are carrying out exercises involving the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. And South Korea is holding days of military drills involving 10,000 South Korean troops and 3,000 from America. This just days after Dennis Rodman's best buddy reportedly threatened to nuke the United States and told troops to prepare for all-out war. That was in response to a number of things, among them the new tough punishments from the United Nations that are aimed at getting the dictator to abandon his nuclear program. The Fox Report's chief correspondent, Jonathan Hunt, is live at the United Nations. Jonathan, nobody really thinks Kim Jong-un wants to restart the Korean War, right?
Well, the North Korean leader has little to gain from sparking an outright war on the Korean peninsula, Shep, but he clearly believes he has something to gain from upping the rhetoric to the levels which we have not seen in several years. Perhaps he is looking for more concessions from the West as he tries to push through with his nuclear program. Perhaps he is looking to gain more respect and trust from the North Korean military generals who are flexing their own muscles as this new leader tries to impose his authority. All of that makes it very dangerous, especially when you look to the south and you see a relatively new South Korean president as well, also using some kind of inflammatory rhetoric. The South Korean president saying that if North Korea were to launch a nuclear attack, the North Korean regime would, quote, disappear from the face of the earth. All of that makes it a very dangerous time on the Korean peninsula. Shep?
A dangerous time, and it appears the United States is reacting and sharply to all of this.
Yeah, these military exercises that the U.S. is involved in with the South Koreans right now were obviously planned long before the latest crisis, but neither the South Koreans nor the U.S. are obviously disappointed that they are happening just a month after the North Koreans carried out that underground nuclear test. And the message that is being sent from the U.S. was turned into a sharp verbal one today by the National Security Advisor Tom Donilon in a speech at the Asia Society here in New York City. Listen.
The United States will not accept North Korea as a nuclear state, nor will we stand by while it seeks to develop a nuclear-armed missile that can target the United States. The United States refuses to reward bad behavior by North Korea. The United States will not play the game of accepting empty promises and yielding to threats.
And the great concern here, Shep, is that with the North and South Korean militaries both on high alert, the stakes very high, the rhetoric inflammatory, mistakes can easily be made, and that can just as easily spark an outright war. Shep?
Jonathan Hunt, live at the United Nations. Jonathan, thank you.